Okay, it's gone now. Hi guys, and welcome back. So today I am going to show you my April favorites. I cannot get over the fact that it's like practically May. There's like 2 days left of April. It's insane, it's ridiculous, and time has just gone by way too fast. If I'm talking slightly weird in this video, I have a massive ulcer on my tongue. I keep putting Bonjela on it, but I can't keep doing it like during this video because it stings really bad because it's like a treatment. So anyway, there's not too many items. Keep a lookout for my May favorites because I believe there will actually be quite a number of favorites in that video. I am actually testing quite a number of products at the moment. Some of those are on my face today, so just keep an eye out. Hit the subscribe button so you can keep an eye out for my May favorites when the time arrives. But I wanted to try a different method of hair removal. I didn't quite want to go the whole way to getting it, you know, paying a professional to do it, whether it's laser, waxing or whatever. I wanted to still try some other methods I could do at home. The only method of hair removal I've ever tried is just regular shaving, and I have had really bad experiences the past couple of months with shaving because I get really bad hives. It makes my legs super dry, super like scaly and peeling, and it's just really bad. And I changed razors, I changed like lubricant product, I changed everything. I tried so many different ones, and I think it's just shaving in itself. So when I went to the razors slash hair removal section, I decided to try the Veet hair removal cream for sensitive skin. So I just bought this one because it was on sale and it also said it was for sensitive skin with aloe vera and vitamin E. My skin loves things that have aloe vera and things like that in it, so I thought, well, you know, the extra little bits can't hurt. And I was very worried about trying it because trying new body lotions and things like that was also used to be a trigger for my hives. But my skin has been really good the past couple of weeks, so I thought, well, why not? I did an allergy patch test, waited over a week, didn't have an issue whatsoever, and I've actually used this twice. Yes, I've only used it twice, but I only use it once a week, just like what I used to do with shaving. I only shaved once a week because, you know, that way it was just maintained and normal, whatever. I used it and my legs have never felt better. Not only is it effective at removing the hairs on my legs, but it is like moisturizing. My legs are no longer dry after removing hair. They're not peeling. My legs aren't cracked. They're not looking scaly. I haven't flared up in my hives once. My skin is like perfectly smooth. They're not super, my skin's like not red and irritated. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The only thing I have to say about this is when you're rubbing it on, when you first put it on, it smells like a really nice like men's deodorant body wash, but after like a minute it smells like really bad body odor. It says on the thing takes from 5 to 10 minutes. I find about 7.5 minutes is actually perfect for me. I do put a timer on just because I don't want to leave it on too long. I did leave it on for 8 minutes the other day accidentally, and my legs did start to get a bit itchy the last like 30 seconds to a minute, so I think that 7 minutes is enough. So I have been using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer for years. I always bought the shade Brightener. I don't know if it's available everywhere else, but it's available here. And basically it was like a super pink, almost salmon tone, and it was super pale because, you know, when I was learning to do my makeup and learning about makeup, the trend was you use a concealer under your eyes that is the opposite skin tone to you. My skin tone was yellow, so I used a pink concealer. I bought so many of those Instant Age Rewinds in that shade, and one day I picked this one up. This is in the shade Light / Pale because I thought, well, I do like using it on my face, but I don't always want to have the real bright shade in case I want to cover up, you know, a spot, or I often put concealer just here because I got really bad scarring on both sides, so I didn't want the brightener shade. However, I started using this under my eyes, and I actually was like really disappointed in the Instant Age Rewind concealer for like the last 3 bottles I had. It wasn't covering anything up, it looked horrendous, it wasn't full coverage, and it just looked really bad. And ever since I started using this one, it's like so much better. It actually covers things up. It looks nice, or relatively nice. All concealer looks relatively terrible on me, but it doesn't look as bad as what the other shade was. So I think using this shade is actually better for me. I think that because it has more of a skin tone, it covers more, it looks a lot nicer. So I'm going to go with the shade Light Pale now. This is what I believe is the old shade. I do know they released new shades. I bought my makeup brushes back from my dad's house. Actually, in fact, I bought my makeup back from my dad's house in general. Some things I threw out because it was either old, or I just knew I wasn't going to use it again, or it was empty. I don't know why I had 4 empty powder like compacts. I don't know why. I never threw my empty ones out. I have no idea. Anyway, I bought them back because there are actually a couple of brushes I had there in my collection that were considered my holy grail brushes, and I wanted to bring all them back and then have all of my collections like mixed together. So if one day I decided to take my brushes back, I have ones that are not essential. I apologise if you can hear a cat meowing. My neighbour's cat is outside. Even though I'm 2 stories up, I can hear him howling like crazy, so I'm very sorry. He does it just to annoy everyone. Anyway, this angled round brush is supposed to be for foundation. And yes, I had the pink set at my dad's. I just bought a different colour. This has turned into be my absolute holy grail under eye brush. One time, well over a year ago, we lost the padlock to my room, and my stepsister started taking all my stuff again. She started using my foundations. I had a bottle of the Rimmel Match Perfection there, and I used it 3 times. 3 times, and then like everyone else used the rest of it. And basically my normal under eye brush went missing, and so I just grabbed this to use because it was one of the only brushes I knew that like once I got powder on it, whoops, I didn't really care. However, this has turned into my absolute favourite under eye brush. This has even replaced the like angled one, this pointed one that I used to use for a while. This is still really good, it's just the shape that also is a bit better, because as you can see they are different shapes. So this one is more pointed for just the under eye. This one I find can like just blend my powder down a little bit more, and I find this brush is actually slightly denser, a little bit softer, so it packs the powder on so I get maximum coverage. I only need to swirl a little bit in because it really packs it on, so I don't need to actually apply as much powder to make my concealer set, because I actually have really bad problems with my concealer not setting, particularly some of my slightly dewier ones. They just don't set at all, like they'll stay really sticky. I actually have a pair of leggings here, and well, I have 2 pairs, but they're exactly the same, so I'm only showing you one. For some reason, 2 pairs of my leggings or something like that have just gone on walkabout. I can't remember where they are, can't find them whatsoever, so I don't know if I threw them out, don't know if I lost them, left them at my dad's or what. So I went and bought myself just 2 pairs of leggings, plain black leggings. I always buy mine from Target. I find that they last a bit longer, they're a little bit thicker, they don't get holes in them as much, because in the winter I live in leggings. I don't wear jeans that often. I don't wear pants other than leggings really. I'm trying, but I only like leggings. Anyway, I saw they brought out this new type. These are just normal leggings, but these are the active wear ones. So they don't look like gym pants, they just look like plain black leggings, but they are slightly thicker and they have like a thick band here. And oh my god, these ones fit me so much better than any other legging I've ever used. They are a bit thicker because they are the active wear ones. The thick band stops them from falling down, stops them from rolling down. My other two pairs of leggings that I have that have like the really thin band, honestly, I want to throw them out and just go buy like 3 more pairs of these because they are so good. They were only $9 a pair as well, so it's not like they're massively breaking the bank. But because I live in leggings, I like to find really nice ones. I do have the Rimmel Lasting Matte and the Stay Matte foundation in this video. They were in my last video, but that's because I found I liked them. They're in this one because I cannot stop using them. If I want one that's slightly more pale, I do use the Stay Matte. If I don't really care about the colour, I'll use the Lasting Matte. I cannot stop using them. They look so nice on my face. They are nice coverage, great coverage in fact. My concealer and everything blends really well and it just looks really nice. I'm not someone that needs my makeup to last, you know, 12-15 hours anymore. I don't wear makeup to work. I can't because I'm in such an oily environment that it just clings to my face. I wore my makeup to work once and it was a massive disaster. It made my foundation oxidize like 5 shades. It was really bad. But I just can't stop using these. I know they look nice on my face. The couple of times and that I've gone to put makeup on and thought, I'll use a different foundation. I'll go over to my drawers, have a look and then think, nah, I'll just pick these up. I have actually found probably my favourite lip product I've used this year. Probably only like the second lip product I've actually tried this year, but we're going to ignore that. This is the Maybelline Colour Jolt Lip Paint in the colour Stripped Down. My local reject shop, or just reject shops in general, it's like a discount store, gets all the like extra stock from other stores. So for example, if the chemists are told that this product is to be discontinued, they will then sell out things, but their extra orders and stuff will go to the reject shop. So I can get Maybelline makeup for like anywhere between $2 and $5. Like they have L'Oreal things for $10. They have this massive stand of everything for $5. So that's where I found this, and I'd actually been looking at this colour for months, ever since I found that I'm obsessed with the NYX suede thing I really like. Soft Spoken, that's the colour I really like. This really reminded me of it. It is slightly different. This is slightly more pink and a little bit more pale, things like that, but it still reminds me of it. And I am so glad I picked it up the other day. I am so happy with it. It's actually a really nice formula. It says it's an intense lip paint. Now, just for cleaning up the edges and things like that, I do use a lip liner underneath because then it, like, obviously with the lip liner I can create the outline of my lips and then fill it in with this, because this does have like a sponge tip on it. But it's really nice. It's like a really thick lip gloss without being a lip gloss. Like, it is really pigmented. I'm not going to swatch it on my hand because it's going to go everywhere. But like, it's really pigmented and it is shiny. I've got a tiny bit of one of my NYX butter glosses at the moment. It's not even this glossy. So it's shiny, but it's not flat out glossy. But it's like nice and thick, buttery, smooth, hydrating, even on its own over my like really bad cracked lips, because I had a really bad cold last week. It actually looked really nice and hydrating. The only thing I do not like about this is it smells like watermelon gum. Like, it's not just that fake watermelon flavor, it's like, you can tell it's like watermelon gum, and I cannot stand watermelon flavored gum. I love the fake watermelon flavor. Like, I'm the first person to say, yes, I will drink the watermelon Fanta. I will have, like, you know, a watermelon flavored lollipop, but I can't stand the smell of this for some reason. I tried a new brow kit because I bought it ages ago. It was in one of my big makeup hauls, I believe, and I just bought it because, you know, I wanted to stock up my collection or my new products with ones I hadn't used before and things like that. As you guys know, I was obsessed with the e.l.f. brow kit and I still love it, but I tried the Rimmel Brow This Way version of it. This is in the colour medium brown, and it also comes in light and dark as well. Don't know if it comes in anything like ash or something like that, where the e.l.f. one does. The thing I really like about this is it comes with its own little spoolie and a double-ended brush. So if you're someone who doesn't have brushes and you're just starting out in makeup, or you travel a lot and you don't want to use your own brushes and things like that, it comes with them. Now, I have actually used the spoolie and it is actually quite nice. It's a lot smaller than some of my others, but surprisingly, it's really good. Have not used the brush yet just because I have my own brush, but I am actually going to try it one day. And like with all the other kits, it comes with the wax and the powder. I have absolutely no idea why, but I had really low expectations of this. Probably because I have never seen anyone do a review on this particular product, but I have seen people do reviews on the brow pencils and the Brow This Way brow gel, and I know so many people were disappointed in it. Now, mind you, other YouTubers being disappointed in a product is different to me being disappointed, because I'm sort of like, unless it is disastrously bad, I will use it in some way. So the only way for this to be really terrible is if the wax had no pigment, it was the wrong color, didn't work, broke me out, blah blah blah. But I actually really like this. I have no idea why I was not expecting anything. I have no idea why I had such a low expectation. I just have no idea why, but this works really well. It's on my brows today, and as you can see, it works. It's functional. The wax is really nice and smooth, and I can make it look really sheer, so I can do a really natural brow, or I can make it look really nice and deep for like a more bold brow like I have right now. The powder is also really nice, and again, depending on the amount I put on, I can also go very natural looking, quite bold, etc, etc. So it does work really well. Do I think it's better than the E.l.f. one? I don't know. I think they're almost exactly the same. But I do find I've been able to get a lot more of a natural looking brow with this one than I have been able to with my E.l.f. one. But the E.l.f. one I have been using was like really old, so I don't know if it's because of that, but I do like this. I don't know why I had really low expectations, but it works and it's really good. I have another Rimmel product here, and I promise it's the last Rimmel one, but it's also a foundation. This is the Fresher Skin SPF 15 Breathable Foundation. I basically wanted to try this because I have tried every foundation from them now except for the, is it the Lasting Finish Breathable? It's got the red cap with the big doe foot applicator. That's the only one I haven't used, and I'm actually on the hunt to find it because I want to try that one now. So that's the only one I haven't used now because I tried this. So I've actually worn this about 4 times now, and I really like it. This does not last on my face very well, so I cannot wear it and even say go out for dinner or something. I've tried baking with it and all of that, and I still get quite oily. So it's not like it doesn't last, I just start going oily, and it starts like getting a bit funky feeling after about 2 or 3 hours. And I was not surprised that this does not last particularly well on my skin because it says it is a natural finish. It says it has a shine-free finish, which on me, I have to say is completely wrong. It's actually really nice and dewy. But the thing I like about it is while I wear it, so I can wear it for a video if I'm just very quickly running down the street or something. But usually if I'm just running down the street and stuff like that, I don't wear makeup at all. So I basically just wear it for like a video. That's what I would do. But it looks so nice. It is so smooth. I thought the Match Perfection was like the nicest looking foundation on my skin. This is even nicer. So I can get really light coverage with this if I want to. Even the Match Perfection, even though it's not as amazing coverage, I find that like once I put my powder on and stuff, it's like the coverage intensifies a bit. But with this one I can get really light coverage, which is good because I don't actually have any foundations that give me truly light coverage. I might have one where it's like full coverage but it still shows all my pimples coming through, like that's what it might be, and a bit of concealer on that, and there I have full coverage. So I was actually really pleased that this can give me full coverage. But it literally, it just lives up to the name Fresher Skin. It literally looks like I've got glowy, dewy, fresh skin. My skin looks plump, it looks healthy, it looks dewy, and honestly, I am in love with it. Absolutely in love. It's a little bit messy to use because it's in a jar. I wish it was in a squeeze tube like all the other foundations, but I do know, you know, Rimmel has to be creative and things like that, but I love it. It just looks so nice. Again, I tried this in that makeup try on video, and I will probably be using it in other videos down the line, but I do really like it. It's completely different to the Stay Matte and the Lasting Matte, so I mean, it's just so skin-like. The only thing I don't like is it did emphasize all the texture just here, but every foundation is going to do that until those pimples and that disappear. So it does not look good right there at all, but it does look really nice on the rest of my face. It actually looked amazing over my nose, which is really rare. Like, my foundation looks okay over my nose right now, but that actually looked so good. So good, and I was really surprised. It looked really nice on the center of my chin. Again, normally foundations look really weird just here, but it looked so good everywhere. I have only blended it in with a sponge at the moment. I haven't tried a brush, so I can't tell you what one I prefer, but oh, I'm just so in love with it. I tried a new lash glue, and this might seem a little bit silly, but I bought just this Glam Eyes eyelash adhesive. Now, as you guys know, I don't wear lashes all the time. In fact, I probably will only wear them if I'm filming a makeup tutorial. When I'm filming one of those is pretty much when I have like an hour to myself when my mother isn't here. Most of the time it's the weekends she goes to her partner's place. So a lot of the times the big tubes of lash glue go off. Like, they literally go like rotten off, out of date, and I find it such a waste to buy a tube of lash glue, use it 4 times, go a month without using it, and then, oh look, off now. Like, it's such a waste. So this little thing was $5, but I bought it anyway, and it actually is really nice. It has like one of those little dippy things, so it's just, it dips through. It makes my lashes adhere to my face so well. They stay on, they don't move, they stayed on till I pulled them off. The glue dried really nicely, it dried clear. I think I mentioned this is the Glam Eyes one. I also did only just get this one because I wanted to really put some lashes on for a video and things like that. And I didn't have any glue, and my chemist was the only place I went to, and they don't sell like a massive amount of makeup, and this was the only glue they had, so it's the one I bought. But I think from now on I'll just buy this, because this little one I will use up, or if it goes off it'll only be like a tiny bit that's left. So I've put lashes on like 3 times now with this, and it has like, I've noticed it's used a bit in here just because it is so thin. I put 2-3 layers on, but I'd rather repurchase one of these, say once a month or something, than have my other tubes constantly run out. So I'm actually really impressed. I also was not expecting it to be really good, because most of these like little tubes that come with your lashes don't look good at all. They don't work, but that one, once your lashes are on, they don't go anywhere. Okay, last product, and this is one I actually bought and used by accident. So my normal moisturiser, which is the Simple Light Hydrating Moisturiser, I ran out of it. Went to repurchase it, did not realise that they have stuff in the same packaging, and accidentally bought the Replenishing Rich Moisturiser. I decided to try it anyway because I thought, well, if it's too much for me to use during the day, maybe I can use it as a nighttime moisturiser. I'll make it work in some way. This is absolutely amazing. I honestly think that my skin likes this one more than the light one, because this is not, if you're someone who has dry skin, this probably won't be enough. This is probably still good for people with normal to oily skin, and I'm probably the oiliest person that I know, and it is so nice. Like, yeah, probably when I have makeup on I go a little bit more oily, but like, I'm no longer wearing makeup to have it on for 12 hours, so I mean, I don't care if I have to take it off when I start to get oily. So I'm not looking for things to last forever, but I have been using this for about, I want to say, week and a half, 2 weeks now, and I've been really religious with washing my face since I started working. I have to, because otherwise I start to break out from just all the oil around. But oh my gosh, this is so good. I swear I'm not going as oily. I know so many people have been saying that, like, if you're oily, you still need to use rich moisturizers and, you know, face oils and all this other stuff. And I swear that I didn't think that was true. Like, I knew, yeah, you need to moisturize, but I didn't realize you need to moisturize that much. I was honestly terrified of trying like a hydrating moisturizer because I thought it was going to break me out, because they normally all do. But this, it soaks into the skin. I actually have been using the Neutrogena foaming cleanser at the moment because my Garnier one I couldn't find, and this is my second favorite. This though, it does clean my face, but it does dry my face out a little bit, especially now the weather's cooling down and it's coming, or supposed to be coming into winter and autumn. My skin will dry out a bit, so I thought, well, with it cooling down, I can sort of help my skin before it really cools down. But that face wash does dry my face out a bit. Times where if I have used my face mask a lot and things like that, my face will even like get a bit scaly and gross. This just completely helps it. If I use this moisturizer, this foundation, and then put on a light powder to set it, setting spray, and a lot of highlighter, I honest to God will have the best looking skin ever. Now I do have to say, since I've been using this, my foundation does cling to my pimples and my lumps and bumps. Sorry if you can hear the siren. A bit more, just because it is super hydrating, so it will, you know, bring that to the surface. It will bring that like that to the surface, and then my matte foundation will cling to it a little bit more. But I don't care. Like, I don't care if my face looks like Bump City. I want my skin sorted out. My skin has improved so much again since I actually came off my pill. I've come off my pill of my own choice, and I'm no longer getting those massive breakouts. In fact, those pimples I have here are the first like actual breakouts I've had in like probably 2 months. It's really good. But yeah, I swear this is like curing my oiliness. My skin's going more normal. I'm no longer waking up of a morning with like a greasy face. It's nice to rub in. It is so nice to like just sit there and massage into the skin. It soaks in nicely. It's not as much of a makeup prep as what the light one was. The light moisturizer left my face with a bit of a tacky feel, which is why I did not feel the need to ever use a primer. This one, it kind of soaks in a little bit more, but oh my god, my face is amazing. My face feels amazing. It looks amazing. And like, I'll put my moisturizer on and, you know, a minute later it'll all soak in and stuff, and I'll go into my grandma and she'll be like, oh, your skin is glowing. It looks amazing. My skin was looking a bit dull there for a while because I was breaking out so bad from hormonal stuff. But it's all just sorted itself out now. That moisturizer is amazing. Now, I don't know if I could quite use that in the deep heat of the summer when it's humid and it's hot and I'm sweating and everything, but like, this is also probably going to be like my best friend over the winter. So I might use maybe 1, maybe 2 more bottles, because you only need a really little bit of this one. So I might use, you know, 1, maybe 2 more bottles, and that'll be fine. And it's just really nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. The products I mentioned will be in the description box down below, as well as my social media sites. In case you were wondering, the subscribe button's just down there, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.